Welcome back to BVarsity Live. We're talking with the Ridgeview Wolfpack, a couple of members of their football team playing for the Division II championship. That will be 7 o'clock Friday night against Lemoore out at Ridgeview. Trevor will be there for that one. You'll be taking some video. You'll be giving us highlights later. Lewis and I will be up in Clovis. We'll talk to Liberty here in a little bit. But the Wolfpack, which beat Liberty earlier in the season, by the way, I think people tend to forget that. Do you guys, as an undefeated team, okay, you're 12-0. You really haven't been challenged at all. Maybe Frontier the very first week gave you a pretty good game. Other than that, I think everything's been double digits. Do you feel almost disrespected even though you're undefeated because people are saying, oh, they haven't played anybody, and well, this team's playing better now, and this team's playing better now? I mean, do you see any of that, and does it bother you at all, Timmy?
Yeah, a little bit, but we know we just got to stay humble because we already proved that we can beat them, and there's not much like you do.
Right. How about you, Rudy? I guess you can only play who's on your schedule.
Yeah, it kind of does bother me because I see that, like you said, the teams you mentioned that we beat them by a fair amount, and I still see us as the underdog, and usually most weeks we go into, and that they still underrate us. But as Timmy said, we got to stay humble, and maybe we'll hopefully we won't be the underdog anymore.
Right. I don't think anybody will call you the underdog this week, especially after not what you did at Sunnyside last week. What went so well in that game besides everything, Coach?
Well, it seemed like that was the one game where all the little mistakes we've been making in other games, we didn't make. We didn't turn the ball over. We didn't have bad snaps. We were good tackling. So it just seemed like all the little mistakes that we had been making all along that we'd been trying to correct, we were able to correct in that game, and everything just went perfect. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll happen this week, but it was kind of scary to see how good we can be when, everything goes right.
Steve, you're up top on Fridays, right? You're on top.
I'm on the field.
When you're watching Darius kind of just burst out like he has probably 10 times for 60+ yard touchdowns this year, Monday through Thursday, how often do you sit there and just go, doggone it? But then on Friday nights, you're just sitting there clapping along with everybody else.
Well, usually if it's in practice and I'm saying doggone, I'm yelling at my defense because he's running down the field. Right. But, he's exciting. He's come a long way for us. He's really proved to be a real quality running back. And having him on the field makes me breathe a lot easier, especially when I see him break one and put some more points on the board. He's a real exciting runner.
I don't think anybody's told you it's not legal to have a cannon in the backfield to shoot the guy out of, but that's apparently what's going on there. How about you guys? Kind of the same question I asked Coach Rudy. You first. Did we in some way see the best Ridgeview can be on Friday night with how well you guys played?
I believe that is the best that we could be. We didn't allow points maybe until the second half. We shut down the runs, the passes, anything they tried doing. Any little thing they did, it took them a while to get, even the first down on us. So I would say that we played at a level that we always wanted to play, but the simple mistakes did get to us until that night.
Yeah, and if anybody's wondering, I may be wrong in the details. So I think it was 35-0 at the end of a quarter. It was 49 or 56-0 at halftime, and then it ended at 56-16. Sunnyside scored a couple times late. Yeah. Timmy, how about you? What was your perspective on Friday night?
Well, it was probably our best game of the season, but I still think we could do better. You got to fix the little even the littler mistakes from your first step as a lineman, or being in the right place on defense. We still need to fix those a little bit, and we can still get better, which is scary.
Yeah, Coach, room for improvement. Always, right?
Always. Just like Timmy said, there's just some little things like first step and hand placement on defense and alignment. All those little things. If we can correct those. Should be exciting, and we're going to have to get where we really want to go. Maybe be playing in 2 more weeks. We've got to play better each week, and that's kind of been our motto all season is get better every week, and I think we really have.
And 2 more weeks would be the state championship game, and Trevor and I'll get into that a little bit later in the show exactly how that's going to work because any section champion goes automatically into the regional round. You win there, you go into the state championships.
Yeah,
but there are many more of them this year than there have been in the past.
Yeah, we'll get more into it later, but the crazy part about it is that it doesn't matter, like they've said all along, it doesn't matter what section you are, what division you are within your section. They're going to rank you 1 through 53 and go from there. So it's one of those things where, maybe you guys are in a division higher than Liberty because you guys are undefeated, where if they win, if you guys obviously both win out, there'd be a 3-loss team, but it's It's really interesting, and I think it's the great thing. Coach, you've been around this long enough. Do you like the fact that now all section champs, you win, you do what you're supposed to do, and you get a chance for a state championship? You don't have to sit here and wait and hope that this selection committee allows you in.
Yeah, I think it's much more fair. I mean, before you could win your section title, and then you have to, somebody else gets to decide if you get to go or not.
Right.
And I think this way.
And that's the boat you guys were in last year.
That's the boat we were in last year, kind of waiting on pins and needles to see if we were going to get the nod, and fortunately we did. This year, I think the way it's set up with everybody getting in, I think is much more fair. So all you to get in now, you just say, okay, we have to win our section, and then we're in. Yeah. And it would be nice if it was a little bit more clear on who we might play if we get to that get to that opportunity. But the fact that we have a chance to get there is exciting.
Right, and I would say the one criticism I've heard of this new system that maybe has stuck with me is you're making everybody play 15, 16 games. You guys got to buy in your section, but you could play as many as 15 games. Let me ask you guys as players, is that too many? Are your bodies wearing down at this point? Do you feel any of that to say, man, 3 more weeks of this, is that too much?
Not really, because you go through a lot of preparation during the week to keep yourself healthy, like hydration, stretching, making sure your body's like at a full capability on Fridays, and if we went Valley, we only have to do that for about 3 more weeks.
Not fair, because you're actually wearing like body armor permanently. How about you, Rudy? As a more normal human being, what is your body wearing down?
No, my body's not wearing down. We went through the sprints. We went through the hard days of practice in the 108-degree weather. I'd say we're good to go.
And at some point, adrenaline's just going to take over,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this is exciting stuff we're talking about.
Well, and Steve, what is that? That's like a 2-week break before you guys get started again for the 2016 season. You take Christmas and New Year's off, and you're right back at it in the weight room.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean,
they get a short.
It's year-round now.
Yeah, Christmas break, and then these guys are seniors, so they to really relax when this is over. But we'll start in when we come back in January.
Yep.
Real quick before we let you go, what's after football for you guys? Do you know yet? Or what's after high school, I should say? Maybe more football.
Hopefully more football, but mostly college academics.
Do you know where yet? Do you have any ideas?
Not yet.
What about a major, Timmy?
Computer engineering.
All
There
right.
you go. Smart
Wow.
guy.
Smartest guy in the room. All right. Rudy, how about you?
Just go to college, plan for a 4-year degree, maybe go for nursing, to be honest. That's what I was planning to.
Very cool. Very cool. Help other people out. Do you have any idea where you'd like to go?
No, just go to BC and then maybe apply for a bigger college from there, like maybe to UC or just somewhere out of town near the beach or something.
That is a good plan. That is a good plan. Well, hey, first things first, good luck against Lemoore on Friday night, guys. Division II championship game. We appreciate you joining us. This is defensive coordinator at Ridgeview, Steve Tucker. He filled in for Dennis. Dennis was feeling lazy today, I guess. You guys will have to give him trouble for us about that.
You know what Dennis actually said? He said, "I'm tired of myself. Bring Steve on instead."
I don't get tired of Dennis, though. I like him. I like him. And there will be much celebration Friday night with Dennis, I would think, if things go well.
If things go well.
Timmy, Lelea, and Rudy Alas, we appreciate you guys joining us as well. Ridgeview against Lemoore Friday night. The other game Friday night, big one, Clovis and Liberty. We got the Patriots in here next. We'll be right back on BVarsity Live.